Hi, and welcome to part 2, Thursday morning. Or so I thought it was going to be Thursday morning. No, I went and done the gym. Yay, done the gym. Please, that's done now, it's over with. Got back to put the house, put the cup of tea on, put the kettle on, looked at my phone, and one of the jobs that I had bid on, collecting Leighton Buzzard on Wednesday afternoon, drop off in Peterborough on Thursday morning, had come through. So that's now going back in now. And I'm going to pick up a job for the morning. But in fairness, that suits me. Leighton is not too far away from here. And I've got an in-betweener. I'm dropping it between 7:30 and 8 o'clock tomorrow. And there's reasonable money on the job. And the most frustrating thing is where I'm picking the job up from is one street away from where I bought the paint. For the Courier Exchange. Let's go. And off we go to Leighton. She's brilliant because she's just down the road, and the sat nav is telling me 7.3 miles, 16 minutes. So I shall be there around about 4 o'clock this evening. Get that on board and get back here. Should be back around about 5. It's kind of put the kibosh on all my ideas of editing the videos, but money's money. Right, here we are. Time to whip the curtain open. Well, I'll get me a bit, hang on. Sorry, I'll get my shiny coat on. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't want to upset anybody. Are you right? Right, go around me.
Did you have a little GoPro?
Vlog? Yes. I do YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel. I'm one of those truck driver, courier driver people on YouTube. I try and make sure that I don't get any places that don't know anything. Not everybody wants to be on the telly. Well, if you want to be very honest, turn it all round, it ain't a problem. I'm quite happy. And that's me loaded with the in-betweener. And apparently, I'm off to a police station. That can be interesting. Police station, banks, prisons. They can be fun to get into. But I've got all the paperwork and everything, so... Oh, what's going on there? Yeah, I know. Oh, I see. Hang on a second. That was the beep on the camera, and on my face. Like a clown. And the engine warning light, which for some bizarre reason I've had everything changed. I've had it checked. It comes on and goes straight off again. I don't know what it is. But anyway. It's a yellow one, so there's nothing to worry about. And I've checked all the what do you call it, fluids and all that kind of stuff. So as long as you do everything you possibly can do, and it's obviously not a risk being on the road. The only risk it's going to be is me. If the engine blows up, can't get home. But yeah, should be fine. So we're loaded and ready to go. So I'm going to go back to the yard now and park up, like I tried to do in the last video, thinking I was done for the day, and then I am done for the day. But I'm done for the day happy. When I wake up in the morning, I'll have a load on board. Super duper. Bing bong. Morning, everybody. Thursday of life on the road. So this is we're on part 2 now. But yeah, this is we got load on board, which picked up yesterday in Leighton. Leighton Buzzard, and we are off to Peterborough to go see the policeman. What we got today yet, so hopefully Friday's booked on a multi-drop, delivering wood, which, yeah, it's alright, it'll be okay. I hope it'll be okay. At least it's like relatively local to me. And then so today I'm looking at maybe getting, ideally 2. Chances are probably 1. It's not the greatest area. We'll probably have to drop in Peterborough, then make our way back towards sort of like Bedford way to get the second one. I might strike it lucky. You never know. You've got to wish me luck. Got a new toy to play with today. I've got the Wonder Lead in the back, which we used to operate. That's official for tail lift. I've got nowhere to stick the Wonder Lead, so I bought these things. off Amazon. They're lovely delivery drivers deliver stuff. They're kind of like magnets, a little magnet, sort of. Excellent TV as usual. Take them out of the bag first, B. You know, we'll get away without QVC now, would you? Quite sticky. Quite sticky. Yeah. So the idea being, I can clip the wander lead onto there, and I can stick the magnet onto the metal in the back. So if we have to use the tail lift, and I'm thinking at the police station we probably will, we'll see how they work. See you in a bit. Right, jumped out quickly there because all the huge driver training mob are kind of starting to I don't know, bust it out a little bit and get everything ready for the new people to get trained up. They got me through, I've got to say. Lovely bunch of lads. Right, and off we go to Peterborough. Lovely day, a bit cold, but fresh, you know, clear, lovely. Off we go. It's snowing. I'm probably not the only one with this, but when it's snowing like this, and particularly when we're going at speed, I kind of pretend I'm in a spaceship, and I'm going, you know, like in like Star Wars or something like that, when they go into hyperspace. I do that. I think, hey, look at this. I pretend there's stars. Occasionally make the noises, you know, like. Anyway, we've been diverted off, so we're not going to the Black Cat. We're going to go somewhere else. But we're on our way to Cambridge. There it is. Peterborough, Cambridge. Away we go. Bing bong. Still snowing, but it's not setting. I'm sure, and I know that the temperatures we are this time of year, it's going to warm up later, so we're going to be fine. I'm worried about that. What's become the concern, and Al flagged this one yesterday, was the booking. I swear when I picked the job up it said pick up on Wednesday, deliver Thursday morning, and then the job's come through and I've collected it, and I've looked at he rang me up, he said, you know, the booking times, they say pick up Thursday night, deliver Friday. I went, well, that can't be right because I've already got it on board. But the closer I get to it, I'm thinking this is going to a police station. So what happens if I drive all the way there, an hour and a half, and they go, yeah, this isn't due till tomorrow, we can't let you in. I'm like, okay, and then I have to ring the shipper and I go, look, he said, no, you're not supposed to drop it till tomorrow. I've driven all the way to Cambridge, and then I'm going to probably have to bring it back on my own volition. So what I've done, always in sensible things to do in situations like this, ring the shipper, ring them and go, oh, that's the beepy thing, and go, look, what do you want me to do? So they're going to ring the police station, and that way, if I am wrong, I can quickly fly it back there now. I mean, admittedly, I maybe should have done this last night in retrospect, but hopefully I won't be wrong. But if I am wrong, rather than driving all the way there and driving all the way back, I'd have driven half the way there and half the way back. So I'll let you know, fingers crossed. Beautiful night, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland in April, in the morning. They still ain't phoned me back. I'm now like 25 minutes away. So now it's getting to the stage where even if they ring me back and say, they don't want it till tomorrow, I'm probably going to try and get it off today anyway. Right, stop snowing. I've had the phone call from the office. Yeah, it's due tomorrow. I don't know whose fault this is. I mean, it's my fault if the job was listed as Thursday to Friday morning. I swear I was checking those. I shouldn't have been on it. But on the flip side of things, when I turned up to get loaded on Wednesday night, they should have gone, what are you doing here? You're not due it for like 24 hours, in which case I would have gone, oh, it's my mistake, we'd have cancelled it, they'd have reposted it. Anyway, I got a phone call from the office from Gemma, and she's given me the number of the lady to ring at their office, so I've run that. That went to answer phone. Of course, it always goes to answer phone. So I'm now 10 miles away. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get to the police station and hope they'll take it. There's no way I'm going to turn around now. I'm so close. It would be stupid to just turn around. So I'm going to go and see where. If it's going to be like one of those meet the fitters situations, oh dear. Oh well, we'll see. Right, here we go. The police station's up ahead. Moment of truth. Will they take... I've spoken to the shipper. She said, look, darling, if you go in, if they take it, they take it. So if they take it, I'm on a winner. If they don't take it, then I'm taking it back, which means I'd have probably done a load of diesel in about 3 hours worth of absolutely nothing. But these things happen. Here we go. Let's wait and see. Okay, we're here. I'm through the barrier. I've mentioned the name and I've backed onto the underground car park. It's got like a loading bay. That's promising. It's got a loading bay. Here we go. Let's wait and see what happens. Well, for those of you taking bets on did I get it off? Of course I did. It's me, isn't it? I had to go to 2 separate locations. I had to handball the second bit into the fitting room, and I'm currently blocked in by an Arctic who's not going to move, who can't move for 20 minutes because they're doing something, none of which I care about, because compared to the alternative of then driving it all the way back to Leighton Buzzard for an hour and a half, doing a 3-hour round trip plus diesel, not getting paid and looking like a proper Charlie, I've just rung the shipper. She's happy, we're happy, photographed the PODs, and only problem was I haven't looked for a second job because I didn't. Because if I get the second job and I don't get the first one off, so I'm probably going to wait for this Arctic to move. Might stick on break actually. Might have a break. Might go and have a cup of tea. And then hopefully something else. But even if it isn't something else, at least I haven't lost number one. Which again, never happened to me before that. Well, it hasn't happened yet. Anyway, bing bong. Right, I've just pulled out of the police station. The Arctic moved eventually, lovely. The scaffolding it was. And there's nothing in the 30-mile radius, so I've kicked it up to a 50-mile radius, and that one's on there. Loughborough to MK, which would be okay. It's a bit, and they're ringing me now. But hey, here we go. Right, quick pit stop for fuel, and then off to Loughborough. That's lovely when that happens, where the job pings up and you see the job, and then you look above it and you see the shipper. And there are certain ones out there like Ben's mob, my mate Simon, that's Charlie and Luke, isn't it? Over in the sort of Dunstable way. I've known them a while. I've known them since I was running in Luton, and you know you're going to get that extra little bit when it pings up, van go, because we do work for them all the time, and we know what prices they charge, we know what they want out of the job, no one's greedy, we all work together, put the bid in, phone rang straight away. So now I'm going up to Loughborough, that's not too far, I think about, what they say, about an hour and a quarter, get that on board, hopefully for about 12 after 12, and then back down to MK for around 1:30, 2, that'll be me done. Unless there's a short one, unless you're very lucky you get MK to MK, which you do sometimes because it's Magna Park, or you know there might be something short, but chances are that probably be it, because I know I'm booked tomorrow, so I can't get one in the afternoon for the morning, and I'm feeling very grateful about the fact that I got the read the notes, Peter, you imbecile. I got the job off this morning, so that'll be me done. And I've got the week booked then, and it's turned out to be a better than above me target, not in the super target, but above me target, that's fine. So just waiting. There's a spar lorry parked right next, there's only 2 pumps here and one of them's got a spar lorry, but I guess he's got to unload somewhere, hasn't he? So right, get some fuel on, up to Loughborough. Well, here we are, just pulled in. They gave me the booking details. I don't know why. Anyone who couldn't find this place could be a moron. The fact that practically took me straight here. So opening up both sides and picking up some steel, and I know where it's going. Place I picked up and dropped off a few times before in MK, so that's good news. I know how to get there, where I'm getting tipped. It's all looking gravy. Right, while I'm here, getting ready, I'll try to make things. These bits here, got some extra bits in there, isn't it? Cool. I managed to get them full down, so you can hang from the ceiling like that, or hang it from the wall. What I'm hoping, I'm sure, so that one can come. Wow, look at that. So the idea being, I can put that to that, right, oh look at that. That's chopper choss, mega fab and groovy. So that's going there now. Because what happened was that got trapped in the door, that bit there, got trapped in the door and it got a bit sort of bent out of shape, so I hit it with a hammer. Just had a bit of a blizzard there. Had to tie the curtain back quickly. I'm looking at the weight on this. The question is, do I want to balance it across the bed and put it up the front? It's not that heavy, so I'm going to go for front. You don't want to be over your front axles, but at the same time I don't want it to shift. So we get it all up against the bulkhead. The guy seems to know what he's doing. Get a couple of 5-ton straps over that, and then back to Luton, back to MK rather. All on board. I've got to be on my way there. Right, but I asked the forky, I said, do you normally load them the front or the front and the back? He said front. His English ain't great. I'm looking at the front, I'm thinking, I don't know. Hopefully, you know, I would say I'm certainly on my front axle. But anyway, it's all well strapped. Let's take it down to Milton Keynes. Right, I've driven it. This is too heavy. So, I mean, I've literally driven it about, that thing is driving me mental. I've probably driven it about a quarter of a mile, maybe, and it's going back. He can take some off because there's no way I'm driving this to Milton Keynes with this much weight on. This is definitely not legal. This is coming off. Right, here I am back again. Time to have the conversation with the officer. Oh, that's more like it. Right, what we've done, we've taken. Wait, are you still doing it? He's still doing it. We've taken 2 off, and we are moving the load so it's not right up against the bulkhead, which is a possibility of slipping, but we're putting it much more in the middle, which means it'll be evenly spaced between the 2 springs. I feel so much better now. I pulled out, I thought, no, this is going back. As I always say, I don't make these videos because nothing interesting happens. In the space of a day, I've done a job which is supposed to be for tomorrow for the first time, and been overloaded in a truck, I think. Well, I know for the first time. I know, but I think it's for the first time. Life on the exchange, eh? There we go, M1. That's a nice sign. That gives us a nice straight road all the way back to MK. I should point out, I feel, for the record, that when it comes to overloading, it's not necessarily anybody's fault. It's not necessarily the shipper's fault, because when I rung him and I said, how many of these are they supposed to put on me? He said, 5. I went, they put on 12. He went, oh, okay, how does it feel? I went, not good. He went, better take them back then. So they don't know. And it's when I took them back, I said to the lady, what does it weigh? I thought, well, and she seemed to think it weighed 10 tonne. And I went, I don't think I can carry 10 tonne. But this vehicle, I think, now bearing in mind I haven't had it very long, and I haven't taken it to a weight bridge, which I always say, when you get the vehicle, put all your kit on, fill it for the diesel, fill it for the dad blue, put your sandwiches in, take it to a weight bridge. But I haven't, I'll explain why in a minute. For all she knows, it might be a lot different vehicles have different gross weights. Although I want an 18 tonne truck, I'm curious to know how many can actually carry 10 tonne. But once I explained the situation, she said, okay, fine, took 2 off, we repositioned the load, lovely, we go back safe. The reason why I haven't had it weighed is because most of the jobs I do, I would say 50% of the jobs I do are 7.5 tonne jobs. Sometimes you do an 18 tonne job, sometimes it's a 7.5 tonne job. So 50% either way, you get the same kind of money, that's fine. Of the 50% that are 18 tonne jobs, probably another 15% are listed as 12 tonne jobs. 10-15% are listed. It's 4 tonne, it's 5 tonne. Once again, I know it's not an issue. So of the remaining 30% I do, half of them, they don't need the weight, they need either the length or the size of it. I've had this thing packed with 14 pallets of foam. The whole thing must have weighed in total, you probably could have got it on a Luton van, but you just needed space. So I don't blame anybody for this. At the end of the day, when it comes down to overloading, it's on you. When it comes down to strapping, it's on you. And like I say, the firm that gave me, we work for them all the time. They're very good, professional firm. They know what they're doing. But sometimes, somewhere along the chain, something can go wrong, which is why you kind of need to know your weights and need to know that you're running safely. Because if you don't, you know, best case scenario, you pop a tyre. Worst case scenario, you could hurt somebody. You could seriously hurt somebody. So, anyhow, I'm cool now. I'm on my way to MK. And here we are in the familiar roadworks that kind of stretch between Milton Keynes on the way up to Northampton. I think they've only been doing them for about 8,000 years. I think they actually predate the Romans and some dinosaurs, I believe. But the good thing about it is when there's certain little markers, you think when I get there, I'm on my own manner. So it's like when I see the elephant sign for like Whipsnade Zoo, I'm there. When I get to like, when I pull off at junction 20, you know, it's sort of on the 25, on my way back to Hemel, I kind of feel when I hit the Black Cat roundabout, or even when I come off the A1 towards the Black Cat roundabout, I kind of, sorry, the A428, you think I'm not far from home. But the joke is you are. You might be an hour away. But back in the day, I used to think an hour was a long distance. Now I think the trip to Brighton is like a trip to the shops. But there we go. But so there you go. Milton Keynes 14 miles. We'll be tipping in 26 miles, 26 minutes. So 3 miles off the motorway, and then get his tips and go home. Super. And here we are. I'm very pleased to say in NK at the IO Centre, ready to get it off. Here we are, 5 to 3 in MK. Get this one off, that's me done. I'm not doing anything else now. I've got the multi-drop tomorrow, so it's going to open the sides out, get these bits and pieces off. Go home. Well, that was nice. I pulled in, I thought I recognised that truck, and yeah, then I've come to the thought, I thought better get tip first. It's John. He's in the old CF over there, the CF sleeper. He's happy. He's picking up tonight. He's got to go up to Bennington in the morning. That'll be a long old drive. But right, that's me done. I'm going home. I'll see you all bright and early in the morning, ready for the multi-drop of wood. Let's hope it's less eventful than today. Actually, thinking about it, before I go home, I think I should take my own advice, which is on the way in the yard, literally about 5 minutes around the corner from me, there's an ASM recycling metal place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and stick it on a weighbridge, and then I'll know how much she weighs and how much she carries, and we can actually we can put that one to bed. Because when I was at the last one, I was talking to John, and I said, well John, what can you carry with yours on CF? And he said it's got a ticket on the side, and he said sort of a vehicle weighs 8,000 something kilos. So he said I can carry nearly 10 tonne. I'm thinking, well maybe I could have carried nearly 10 tonne. But maybe the problem is where I put it. Maybe it should have gone further over the back axle, in which case it would have been balanced up better. So, and I don't want to let people down from my own, you know, my own ineptitude. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it to ASM, and if they're shut, you can just drive it onto their weighbridge. You can't get a printout, but you'll get the little red LED display will tell you how much is on it. So we're going to go and have a look. Find out, can't we? Well, just weighed it. Good news, if you like. Basically, I went up to the kiosk, nice bloke, and I said, can I weigh my lorry? Absolutely no problem. Do you need a ticket? Do you need a printout ticket? I went, how much is a printout ticket? He said, 24 quid. I said, no, I don't need a printout ticket. So, I've spun it round in the yard, a bit tight, but that's all right. I've gone on the weighbridge, 76. That's 7.5 tonne, give or take. And I'm an 18 tonne truck, which means I can carry over 10 tonne. And the last load was 10 tonne. So the reason that it was over is where it was positioned. So that's me, that's a learning curve. I mean, I kind of thought it wouldn't be that far out, but obviously it was. So what I'm going to have to do now, that's a brilliant yeah, mate, a lorry's coming around here. So what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to ring Charlie and go, right, Charlie, you guys were dead on. You were dead on, pilot error. Although the fork truck driver did put it up against the bed, but I should know better. I'll put it on myself. I'm going to put my hands up, and if we have to sort something out, we'll have to sort something out. Having said that, I'm sure I'll be fine. He's good as gold. He's a lovely fella. So I'm going to give him a ring now. I'm nearly back at the yard. It's still snowing. Yeah, let's just do the picture-in-picture thing. There you go. Still snowing. Why am I? You know, you wouldn't expect this in April, would you? Well, you wouldn't, because we're not in April, we're in March, but only just. And yeah, I'm going to tell him it was my fault. But I'll say next time, I can apologise to the lady, tell the fork truck driver to put it over the back axle. We learn as we go. See you in the morning. Day 5. It's been snowing. It's not bad. It's April and it'll clear pretty quickly. Right, go and warm the lorry up. Then we're off to Slough. Right, we're in the truck and ready to go. Slightly apprehensive. Bearing in mind the last time I did this job, I didn't get finished until 8:15 at night, and one of them was a fail. By the time I got there, they'd all gone home. But that one was 8 drops and 250 miles. This one is 6 drops and 109 miles. And I know the area. The last one was Oxford, so there were bridges. It was like, country lanes. And then had to go up to like past Birmingham, sort of ready to wait. This one is Hemel Hempstead, Berkhamsted, Milton Keynes, Hitchin and Northampton. I don't know all of these towns. So I will know that, hang on a second, the sat-nav is sending me that way. Not going that way. I'm hacking up the motorway straight in at 8. Unless, of course, Waze tells me there's traffic. And like, I know Hitchin, I know where the bridges are. And in fairness, I think I can get under pretty much all of them anyway. So I'm not too scared. The only thing is also on the last one, there was a handball of 4 tonne. So what I'm going to do is what I always do in these situations is once I'm on board, ring the next customer. Unfortunately, the way the route is planned, last time the reason I got a fail was I couldn't ring the next customer, because when I got the 4 tonne handball off, the next customer was literally 2 streets away. There's no point ringing them. I was going to go, hello, I'm just letting you know that I'm going to be, I'm here. I might as well knock on the door like. And I didn't have an address. I had a postcode. I didn't even have a street name, I just had a postcode, which is a bit tricky, you know. I even asked the neighbours, but then the neighbours didn't know the guy, and the reason neighbours didn't know the guy was because he was a fitter, he wasn't actually living there. Yeah, so I've lost my thread now. But the only other fear is the fact that on the last one there was 4 tonne of handball. But again, if you're ringing up half an hour at a time, let them know. So, but we'll see what happens. We're ready to go. Let's go Slough. Make your way around the huge driver training truck there, no problems. You can always see that fair there. And off to Slough. I like Fridays. You always feel better about the world on a Friday, don't you? So, and the fact that I don't have to scratch around for jobs all day because I know my day is planned. The only thing I will have to do, which is not so easy when you're on monthly drop, is keep an eye on the banner for anything pinging up on Monday. You know, might get lucky, might get a phone call, do sometimes. I am definitely going to do something about that beaver. And welcome to the M25 on Friday morning. Everything's progressing as usual. We're all having a little we're all having a meet at the moment. We're getting together for a big discussion about how we love this road, and how obviously it's Who needs to race through life when you can actually sit back and look at the trees, look at the Pipefold Piping Services van? Fortunately, you come to expect these things. You take into account that maybe leave a little bit earlier just to get there on time. I rang Charlie back, by the way, yesterday with the old debacle about the weight thing. And I was honest. I put my hands out and I said, look, mate, I'm going to be honest with you. I was confused about why my lorry couldn't take 10 tonne. Because if you think about it, my old truck was 7.5 tonne truck. And she weighed 552 when I put her on the weight bridge. And I look at this one and I go, okay, well, this is a bigger vehicle, slightly. It's got bigger wheels, probably some kind of reinforced brakes, springs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's not double the size. I haven't got like 12 wheels on her. She's not like 8 metres high. It's not a London bus. So how can it weigh so much more? So when I put it on the scales, it wasn't really a surprise when it turned out that she weighed half as much again. I kind of thought that's about right. It's also good because it means that I can carry a 10 tonne payload, which is nice. Well, it's not nice, but it's handy. And I said, look, mate, it's me. If I'd have been sensible about it, if I'd have got the fork truck driver to put it in the right position, we'd have been fine with that. And he went, no, but it's not you. It's lovely. He said, I sent you in, the lady called you in to pick up 5 bundles and then put 12 on. And he said, and in all honesty, a fork truck driver should know how to load a truck. That's what they get paid for. So I've spoken to the customer. She's got a load more coming up there anyway, and she's booked an Arctic to get the next lane. So he's very happy. He's still fine. They're still throwing us jobs. So I think they've got quite a lot of work in the pipeline. So we might be doing quite. It's quite nice when you get a little collaboration coming on. They kind of get the work, and then they ring us because they trust us, and we do the work, and everybody's happy. Symbiosis is a wonderful thing. So yes, I'm very pleased that one's put to bed. Like I say, we've got to get today out of the way, and then get one booked for Monday, and I can enjoy the weekend. And here we are. Right, better go in and tell the boys I'm ready to get loaded. Right, they're ready to load me straight away, which is lovely. They always are, super efficient, these people. And I've seen it, Route 12. And it's not scary in the slightest. It's very little. Unless, of course, I've seen the bit and then they go, oh yeah, and there's this bit too. You've got 2 blocks for this one, and you're like, whoa, what's going on there? So, find it around there. So, anyway, I'm going to reverse in. See you in a minute. Right, that's me, all loaded and strapped and ready to go. I did tape it. I'm not sure if the camera taped, because I picked it up and it wasn't working. So I might tape some of it, or I might tape none, don't know. But anyway, not scary at all. The whole stack you put on has less wood in it than I had one drop when I was on the 8 multi-drops. And I've looked at it, and the way it's working out is most of them very mild indeed, except for stop number 2, which is a little bit beefier, but only a little bit, not bad. And to be honest with you, I'd rather have it that way. 1, warm myself up. 2, do the heavy load. From then on, it's all cushy. So off we go to Hemel. Just been there, might have seen the roundabout. Right, just pulled over to ring the customer, because that's what we do. We ring the customer an hour before, well, as much time as we can to give them like time, to let them know that we're coming, just in case they're not in. Or they go, oh, well, there's no one here right now to help you, I'll get someone round. Yeah, I think the phone was answered by a 2-year-old. So I rang it back again, and the same thing happened again. So I presume me and the 2-year-old will be unloading this, which is going to be a struggle for him, bless him, because he's only got little arms. 20 miles, 28 minutes to Hemel Hempstead. The only snag with this job, other than the fact that sometimes you have to unload 4 tonnes worth of decking, I don't know if I mentioned that, is access. Because we're in the 18 tonne. I done one the other day, I had to drop off a bit, different job. I had to drop off various different things, one of which was decking. The geezer I had to drop off to was lived opposite of school, and I got there at 20 past 3 in the afternoon, and there was cars everywhere. I mean, by the time we got it off, it was easy because cars all disappeared, but it wasn't fun getting in there. So my only fear with this lot is what the access will be like, but hopefully we'll be lucky. 28 minutes and 19 miles now. That 2-year-old's been doing his calisthenics, ready to get his wood off. Right, this is road number 1 up here on the left, Long Children. That don't look too scary to me. That should be fun. Oh, and I've run number 2. Our result with number 2. I'll tell you. Let's get this off. I'll tell you on the way there. Now. Right, number 1. They're in. Wasn't a small child. It was a lady. She's about to move her car for me. It's me taking this one off, but it's not a big deal. It's going what? 3-4 yards into her front garden. I can park on the roads. I take my time. And number two, I rang them. Is a firm. It's a wood delivery. Pete's wood delivery firm. And I went, "Are you on an industrial unit?" "Yes." I said, "You got a fork truck?" They went, "No." I said, the guy said, "Why, haven't you got a crane?" I went, "No." I said, "But don't worry." I said, "I've done far worse." He went, "Well, there's a few of us here. We'll give you a hand." I'm like, result, because after that, they're all little ones like this one. But anyway, let's get this one off and onto the Pete's place. Very nice lady. She even offered to help. But look, I've got to do what? 6, 12, 18. There's a few there. It won't take me no time at all. So I'm just going to grab the straps off and get this done. It's getting better and better. There was a reason about there actually. Went to take the first lot off. One plank. Geezer turns up. You know, beard, bald head, tats, high vis, one of us. And she goes, "He's my husband." And he went, "Oh yeah, mate." Yes, right, that's done. I've got to scan that in, then we're off to see the Pete's people. We have got 15 minutes and 6 miles on the sat nav. Like I say, this is so different to the last one. Last one I was putting in stops, so I was saying 1.5 hours, 2.5 hours. Right, let's go and get this one. Let's go and get this one done. Just had a minor delay where I had a dust cart coming the other side, and then everybody in the cars is an absolute idiot and drives past you and blocks the road off. But this is Northbridge Road. I know this place. I do carpets down here, and I used to do fridges down here. And this industrial estate. Let's get it off. That's that one off. It was the decking for the outside of a pizza place. I know this place. I didn't know that even existed. It's lovely. It's like warehouse pizza. It's got like a stone baked pizza, nice ham, lovely coffee. So with that in mind, I've got an hour to go to Hitchin. But what I think I might do is I'm going to have a short break now. Might treat myself to a nice cup of coffee. Well, I've got my flask of tea there. And then off to Hitchin, which is about an hour away. So it's going right now. Number 3. A quaint little village just outside of Hitchin, which could be scary theoretically with like narrow roads and that, but it has. It's been absolutely fine. So right, let's go and get the decking off here, and let's hope this goes well, because she didn't answer her phone. Right, nearly midday now. Where's my paper? There it is. Yeah, me and the lady got them off. She kind of says, "You're going to give me a hand?" I went, "Yeah, of course." She said, "I don't. Normally they just dump it there." And I went, "Oh, I just chivalry's dead then, isn't it?" I suppose if you're on a time, fair enough. But the lady on the road, I mean, it was like 100 yards. There was quite a lot of it. Fortunately, some big geezer turned up at the end and gave us a hand. Unfortunately, he turned up right at the very end when we'd done 80% of it. But hey, you know, helps help. So right now we've got 1 Bedford, 2 Northampton, and the ones that are left are really low, really small. The last one, I dare say I might even be able to get it off in the on the tail. It's so little, I might even not bother. So anyhow, I've got to reverse this out of this windy close now, and Bedford, here we come. And back we go. Diddly-dee. I can possibly turn it round a little bit onto someone's driveway. I don't really like doing that. So I think what we're going to do, nice and slowly, out she goes. Checking our mirrors all the time, making sure we don't smack anyone's motor, of which there are many parked around. Making sure I hug that curb. Oh, that beepy. I am going to get all that beepy thing does is, you know, distract me when I'm trying to reverse. It's supposed to be a sensor to warn me that I'm close to cars. I know I'm close to cars, I can see them in my mirror. What I would really appreciate is not someone shouting. It's like someone screaming in your ear while you're trying to reverse out of really tight spots. I suppose an argument can be made that the fact it stopped beeping should let me know that I was clear of that also. But to be perfectly honest with you, I wouldn't trust it. It's told me I'm close to things when it's raining. Right, that's all. Nice tight lock. Now we're past that bit. Okay. Give yourself a bit more room. And we are good to go. Right, here we are in Bedford. We are 2 miles, 7 minutes away from job number 4, get the wood off. I did start scanning the exchange for jobs for maybe there might be one collecting this afternoon, drop off Monday morning, or failing that, more likely something going out on Monday morning. But then it started hitting me with 7.5 ton areas, so I had to kick Ways out and put Ways and Road Lords on together, or kick the exchange out, because I can run 2 apps side by side. So I've got the 2 apps going, I've got Ways running and I've got Road Lords running, one telling me where the ways I can go and one telling me the way that I should go. But yeah, nothing for Monday yet. I'm not worried, still got plenty of time, it's not even 1 o'clock yet, so making decent time on this job. Like I say, dropping in 6 minutes. Let's go and get this one off. Right, here we are at the next one. Nice big street, that's lovely. Get these off, get this one off, and then the 2 in Northampton. Well, that was easy. Straight off the side, straight on the guy's driveway. I lifted it out, he took it over, going what, 2 yards? Fabulous. And also he's got 2 in there, Northampton now. Both very light loads, hopefully not too far apart. I'm going to go and take half hour break now, clear me time, and then off to Northampton. And here we are on break. There are 2 kinds of lay-bys. You get to know this stuff. There's the one that's right on the road, and there's the one, I'm going to move the camera around now. Oh no, I'm not, that's that way, isn't it? That's got the green bit. That's the green bit that kind of gives you that distance from the road. And these are the ones you want, because if you're kipping overnight, not that I can sleep in there anymore, but when I used to have the 18 ton, the 7.5 ton, if you get the one that's right on the road, every time a lorry goes by, do you see what I did there? I did that with a camera, and it's like rock yourself to sleep, and then you wake up, oh, get this, nice and easy. Got a field there, I'll have me half hour, clear me time, then off to Northampton. You missed it. Right, here we go, road number 5. Nice and big and wide, no problems here. Get this one off, 1 more to go and we're done. Right, well that last one came off like a rocket. I didn't even have a chance to put the camera down. The guy was standing outside, knew what was going on. He had his mate with him. We pulled the curtain open, bang, 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 straight from there to there. That's lovely. 1 more to do, 20 minutes. Would have been nice if it had been shorter. Sometimes you get a little bit of surprise. Oh look, it's the next close. No. And it's going north as well, which is a shame. But hey, 1 more to do, and then we're done. And here we are on our way to drop number 6, and it's a new build, which means there'll be plenty of space. No terraced houses here, no cars parked on both sides of the street down here. passing spaces. Someone wants to put the decking on there. Thank you very much, sir. On their new lovely road. Well, on their new lovely house. Well done them. Thank you, sir. Right, stop number 6. Let's get done. That's me done. I would have done a video of me unloading the last one. The only problem with that is I'd look like a complete amateur. We decided that there wasn't that much there, so we can open up the side curtain to take it off. Then after opening up the side curtain and looking at it, I thought it might come off from the tail lift. Put the tail lift down. Tried to take it off from the tail lift, realised it was too big, took it off on the side curtain. So that's all done now. So I'm just doing my straps up, tidying the truck up. That one on Bedford might still be on there, I'm not sure. But I'm just going to get this all ship shape and Bristol fashion, and then I'll have a look at it then. We'll see. Milton Keynes to Bedford's gone. I can't say I'm disappointed. And in truth, now I think about it, it's my in-laws' wedding anniversary today. They got married on the 1st of April. Today is the 1st of April. You can read into that what you will. And we're all out for dinner, and they kind of, I mean, they're into their like sort of late 70s now. They kind of like eating early and all that kind of stuff. So chances are I probably would have taken it, and then got delayed, and then got to another distribution centre, and then got delayed, and then got back late, and then be in the doghouse. And it's not all about money, is it? So it's 3:05 now. By the time I get home, it's going to be 4:15. Get home, get washed and changed, have a beer, go out and enjoy life. That is, of course, unless a collection of beers on the way home. Well, let's head home and see. Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, not bad. Is that Steve? Hello mate, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it was Monday's job to Hemel to Pontefract. Sounds lovely, fantastic. You're a superstar. Thanks, Steve. Have a good weekend, mate. Bye, bud. Well, that's the way to do it. That's my mate Steve. I just put a bid in, just about to leave, 18 tonne. Picking up in Hemel. On 8 o'clock on Monday morning and up to Pontefract. It's a long way, it's 150 miles, so it's going to be one of those two options: either go all the way up there, tip it and then come back empty, which you can do because there's enough money on the job, or see if you can get something going somewhere else and stay out. I mean, don't get me wrong, in an ideal world I'll get Pontefract back to Dunstable, but that never happens. So, but it's good to know anyway. The main thing is I'm now booked for Monday. I can relax, I can stick my music on. I ain't looking for anything now. I'm not looking for a pickup for the morning, you know, the pickup tonight, drop on Monday morning, because Monday's booked, so I can just relax and enjoy the journey home, which is always nice. So what we got, hour and 10 Northampton back to Dunstable. Let's rock and roll. And here we are, back of the yard. Lovely. Back of the yard. So that was my week. That was my week on the Haulage Exchange. in 2 different halves, from the high to the low to the end of the show. It's kind of typical, I'll be honest with you. It's not the busiest week I've ever had. It's not the worst week I've ever had. I've got to say it was fairly consistent. Kind of jobs I did are the kind of jobs I do, you know. So that's exactly what it's like. So anyway, I'm going to go now because it's like I say, it's anniversary time. Going out for a couple of beers, that'd be nice. And then I'll just enjoy the weekend. Have a rest. Probably play with the videos. I don't mind that, in fairness. I mean, it's a lot of work putting all this stuff together, but I kind of enjoy it. It's no different to playing Space Invaders, is it really? You sit there playing at a computer pressing buttons, just moving bits of film around rather than shooting things with an imaginary gun. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you're all well. I hope you enjoyed it. And the last thing to say, of course, is take care, take money. Just time for the epilogue. That's what we used to call it in my day. Now I think they call it a post-credit scene on the Marvel films, don't they? On my keys, I've got a knife. I got this originally when I went to the Lake District with my in-laws. We went for a little break away. Some people get scared in, like, you know, it's quite big. It's nice, it's just a pen knife. In my day, you know, we used to go camping in the woods, it's a pen knife. But when you hand it in the distribution centre, it's got a little clip on it as well, like that. So you can just unclip it like that. So you've got to give your keys in. There's your keys. That goes there. The reason I have it on my keys is because if I have it in my pocket, it'll get on my nerves, and then I'll take it out of my pocket, and then I'll be in the back of the lorry, and I use it for the, like, you know, stripping shrink wrap, or if you get the bands, that bit there is very useful. You get on the band, click like that, you know, them plastic bands that go over, and it breaks down, and it's really useful for all kinds of things. All kinds of things. Do you know what? It's a funny thing, but that irritating beeping seems to have stopped.